We don't write in exactly the same way that we speak, but in everyday life we make judgments about other people when we see written text, just as we do when we hear people speak. You might even have been in a situation yourself where you've misinterpreted something someone has said over text because they use punctuation in a way that you just wouldn't. Emotions, hesitation, and intonation can all get lost when speech gets transformed into text. But in a police interview, the stakes are much higher than in miscommunication over text. Legally, all police interviews have to be recorded, and transcripts of these interviews can be used as evidence in court. But do we interpret what someone says differently if we hear it versus seeing it in writing? In our study, we looked at just this. We asked participants in an experiment to either listen to the police interviewing a suspect, or to read a transcript of the recording. They then had to say whether they thought the suspect was telling the truth, and rate them on scales of 1 to 5 for traits like credible, sincere, or nervous. Participants who read the transcript rather than hearing the audio recording thought that the suspect sounded less credible, more nervous, less calm, and more agitated, and more of them said that they thought the suspect wasn't telling the truth, just from reading a transcript rather than hearing the audio. So even though transcripts are often treated as being an objective, unproblematic representation of a recording, the person transcribing has to make decisions about how to represent things like pauses in a transcript. These decisions might also affect how a suspect is judged. We gave some participants a transcript which didn't mark pauses, while others received transcripts where pauses were marked with ellipsis. When participants saw the pauses marked in this way, they rated the suspect as showing more contempt, being more aggressive, assertive, and defensive. Now these findings look at just one recording, so in other cases people might be judged more harshly in a recording than in writing. But it just goes to show that writing isn't an unproblematic representation of how we speak. If you were on trial, do you think you would want decisions to be made from a recording of your voice or from someone else's transcription of it?